In this video, I'll be working on enabling tracing for a Java application on the same host as the Datadog agent. So before we get started, I need to make sure I have a Datadog account and also the host where I would install my Datadog agent on. So the host could either be a physical host or a virtual host. What I mean by physical host is basically using I could use my computer or on-prem to install my agent, or I use uh, a cloud provider like AWS. But in this video, I'll be making use of the cloud provider AWS to install my host. So the first thing I will do is go to AWS, then I search for EC2 using the search bar here. Then I click on launch instance. Then I give it a name, let's say first server, or no, Datadog server. I think that's better. The name should go along with what we are doing. Datadog server. So I choose an OS with Amazon Linux. Then I choose this. So this is the AMI I'm going with. So for this video, I'll be making use of C3 medium. No, let's make use of C2 medium. I think that's fine. So I have a key pair before. Okay, let's use this Datadog key. So I'll be running this server on my default VPC, right? So I don't need to do much configurations here. I have my SSH security group enabled. So this is what I would use to connect to my server. And also my keeper is also very important. It helps me authenticate into the server. So I launch instance. So while we wait, then I go back to my dashboard, my Datadog dashboard. Then I click on integrations. We want to install our agent here. So what is this? So I click on agent. So we have different several agents here. So, but I'll be making use of Amazon Linux since I launched a server just now on Linux, a Linux server just now, right? So now I'll choose Amazon Linux as my agent. So I need to select my API key, right? So yeah, so I would there we have different ways whereby we can install the agent, but I would make use of this. So I just all I need to do is copy. Then before that I need to launch into I say launch. I need to connect to the server. I need to connect to the server. So it's already running, but it's still initializing. So all I need to do is connect. Then I copy this. Then I go to my terminal. Make sure I should be in download folder. Yes, correct. So I paste in. Okay. Yes. Okay. Yeah. I'm inside my server now. Right. But let me elevate the user permission to be a root user. So sudo su. So now I'm a root user. Right. So that means I have like an administrator access to do a lot of things on the server. So the first thing I need to do is try to update my server. Just like you buying a computer, and sometimes you need to update some software on your computer. So I don't need to make use of sudo again. All I need to do is yum. We use yum for Linux server. Yum update. No, yum update. That's why. So okay, there's no package for update. So the next thing I need to do is to copy the agent command and paste it in here. So let's wait while it's downloaded. So it might take a minute. So let's see. I'm getting it downloaded. Okay. So after downloading the agent, right, we need to we have like a sample Java application given to us in this documentation that we need to um, install and run the application. But before we can do that, we need Git. We need to install Git, right? Because we don't have Git in our server, we need to install Git. And also, so that and the reason why we're installing Git is to be able to clone the application from GitHub because GitHub is the repository housing our application. So we need to clone directly from GitHub to our server. So okay, yeah, this is done. So to install Git, you need to do your install Git dash y. So let's wait. I download. Oh, sorry. Why is my internet? So perfect. It is installed. So the next thing we need to do is go copy this and paste it in here to clone our application. So perfect. So let's check. So here's our application. So we have the agent and also the application we just cloned from GitHub. So the next thing we need to do is go into our application, right? So we have I'm inside the application right now. So all I need to do now is to build and run the application. And how can I do this? We have some commands given to us here to build and run the application. We have you can either use Maven or Gradle to build our applications. But before we can use Maven or Gradle, we need to install um, Java JDK, right? And also, if you take note, it is listed here as a prerequisite. We need to install Java 11, right? So to do that, so you might be asking what is Maven used for. Maven is like an open source build automation to use for Java applications. Same with Gradle. So all we need to do now is use these commands. This first command is we'll be using it to build our application, while this is to start the application. And we have another one like a script in our GitHub in the code given to us, the sample code. We have a script there that contains these two. So we don't necessarily need to run these scripts, like I mean these commands one by one. So we can actually just run the script. So all I would need to do is the first thing I need to do is to install JDK, Java software. You want to install Java 11 open JDK still here. Let's see. Oh, no, no. Okay, let me see. Okay, let me see. I think there's something up in here. Okay, I think I can use Amazon Linux Extra, but let's do something. Let me see if I can install Java. I don't install Java. Let's see if it comes. So it's installed. So we can verify by doing Java that version. So yeah, we have our Java installed already. So the next thing we need to do is we need to build and run our application. So I would not be using this the two commands or above, so I'll be making use of this, right? So we can actually check. We have it. We should be somewhere around the notes. So because if you check the the documentation, so look at says build the sample and using the maybe not good whichever you are comfortable with. Now go to the notes directly. So for we to be able to run this application, we need to um go to the notes directory, which I just did here, right? So let's do ls. So we have some files and folders here. So ahead, yeah, if you go inside the script, we should see the script given to us here, which is this guy here, nvn underscore run dot sh. Yeah, it is. So now all I need to do is run run and build and run this application. So yeah, so yeah. So now I am the application is building now currently. So uh instead of waiting, we need to do something to be able to test our APIs, right? We need to open we need to open another like terminal, right? So that we'll be able to test our application. Look at what I said. The sample note app application, basic REST API. So we open another terminal so that we can use the call to test our API request. You can see now our application is running, it's up and running. So all I need to do here is open a new terminal, a new window. So I need to basically connect. I need to connect. Let me see where directly I am. So I need to connect to the server. So let's see. Let's go to this and quickly do that. So uh, so we are in. Let's see. So now let's okay. So let's copy each of the APIs that we want to test. There it is. So let's copy this first. So perfect. So now we should see that it returns a bracket for us, right? So this basically tells us that there is nothing in here because this API, we are trying to get something from the API. We have different methods. We have the post method, we have the get, delete. So, but for this particular API, I feel we are trying to get data from the database. So it returns a bracket like an empty array for us. So the next thing we should do is we should test this request, the second API. This is a post request. So now, so perfect. So we have something now. It returns an ID of one and a description of hello. So this is a query. So we can actually add something to this, and then we should get something else. We should get another stuff, right? So now you should see hello world, right? So now if we try to bring back the first request that we uh, sent, which is sorry, I think so, which is this guy, yeah. So perfect. We should see two arrays of data here, right? So we have one that is saying hello and the other one saying hello world. So we can test the other ones too. So you can see they are all working. The APIs are all working. So let's there's the last one too. Perfect. So now we are rest assured that the APIs or the API request, they are working, right? So now I need to let's stop. I need to stop the application from running. So let's just do Control C. Then the next thing I want to do, which is the I think the major thing for this solution, right, is to enabling tracing for our application. So now I want to install the Datadog tracing in our server. To do that, I need to go like a step backward to the directory APM tutorial Java host, because currently I'm in the notes directory. So all I need to do is do cd dot dot then now I'm here, I'm in there. So all I need to do is to copy this command, then paste it in here. So downloaded. So now I need to launch the Java application with the automatic instrumentation, right? The reason why we are doing this is to actually we want to restart the application so that we can start collecting traces, right? So when I run this, when I run this, we get some tracing data in our Datadog dashboard. So I'll be maintaining the Maven command. I'm not using Gradle for this video. So I need to go back to the notes, right? I think yeah, to the note directory. So then I run this. So also there is a script created for this too, right? But I did not use the script. I used the command. Yeah, we have the scripts in the GitHub in our GitHub application. So that contains all of this, the data service name, the env, all of that is in the GitHub applications. So basically we can go ahead to test the API request again to confirm they are working. So same thing. So we don't need to test everything because of time, or sorry, the video, the length of the video. So now, let me go. I need to go to my Datadog to verify if I get the tracing. So where I need to go to, I need to let me refresh this page. So I need to come to perfect. Before this thing is not there, there are some stuff that are not here, right? So, but after the installation has been done, so now I have my traces added. Right, then I click on traces. So yeah, perfect, perfect, perfect. So perfect. So these are my every of the requests I just ran some minutes ago, right? So these are everything as you can see here. So traces are being sent down to Datadog, right? So you can check, okay, you can verify whatsoever thing that is working and some APIs that are not working. So let's go back to the documentation. So yeah, as you can see in the picture, that's what I have here also basically. So you can see 200. This 200 status code means like a success code, right? We have different status code. So now let's go back to this. So we can examine each tracing. So by just clicking on one of them, then to show us like this flame graph that gives us more information about the API request. But because of the video, I will not be going deep into that. So yeah, so the next thing we need to do is install the second application, right? Based on what this documentation is saying, right? So we go to build script and build application. Okay, so this is it right here. Sorry. So we want to add the second application. Basically, would be doing the same thing, but this time around, we need to go out of the notes directory and move into the calendar directory, right? So um, sorry, so let's do that. Quickly do that. So maybe let's, oh sorry, let's go back to this terminal. Let's go to Control C. Let's do CD. CD calendar. So yeah, let's just run it as soon as possible. So let's just do this. So, so it's trying to also build the application, right? So let's wait while it's built. So the reason why we are actually um, doing this second application is basically to just because we are in the GitHub sample code we clone to our GitHub, we have like like two apps running. So, but they are it's we are trying to connect them together in a way. So, what this will do is that whenever we call this post request, so it adds like a calendar date to as it returns a calendar date as a response, right? Before it was just returning giving us the description as a response, but now the date will be added because of the calendar API that was also integrated in. Use. I need to start the server, not the other application that we just finished deploying. I need to start the server also. Sorry, yeah. Uh, so let's do that quickly. Sorry about that. Oh, sorry. Shoot. CD host, CD notes, CD notes. So let's quickly copy this. Right. Sorry. Let's copy this guy here. Oh, I just need to start. I don't need to do it again. I just need to start, but yeah, I've done that already. See, it said couldn't connect to server. So now let's repeat or just do it. Now it's working. So you can see now the response that we got is giving us the description with a date. So now let's go to our Datadog dashboard and refresh. Okay, now it's already refreshed. Sorry, already refreshed. So you should see something like this now. I think this is what we just did, right? So let's see, let's get more information. So I think this ends the video already. So let's end the video already. So thank you.